Welcome back to the IESF European Dota 2 qualifiers for 2024. I'm Waxen, joined by Black. It's a bit of a back and forth between the three of us, me, him, and Big Hop. But Black, we're coming off the back of what was arguably one of the most one-sided series in this entire qualifier, not just Europe, but across all the regions, when Czech Republic took over the game by storm into what could very well be the most balanced game of this entire group stage. Black, we are having to head into Georgia versus Poland.
Yeah, as you said, two fantastic teams. Apparently, as you said, Nisha was actually playing in their first match.
Yep, versus
Dude,
Hungary.
I mean, Nisha is just a beast in his own league, obviously. He might very well be the best player in this entire qualifier. But yeah, like Poland in general, before, of course, Nisha had his massive international success, he was doing so well with his Poland squad. And a lot of those players are in that team. Exotic Deer, no slouch himself. Unfortunately, it's not the whole squad. That would have been, a dream come true for me because old times. But what can you do? I'll make do with Nisha.
Let's before we look into their roster, let's look at the Georgians. They got Storm, they got Excel, they got WTS, Nande, and Wish. So those two players are the ones that we look at for the most to bring to the table today, of course, as they are representing the former Munespa squad, which was such a great contender for, I guess, a year and a half or so. So they would be the ones that will have to actually match up in the maybe not necessarily in the experience level as Nisha has way more experience than them, but at least in skill to some extent, as we are now getting to see the Polish lineup on our screen. And of course, at the forefront, they have Nisha, who will be joined up by Mist, Exotic Deer, Eki, and Molex. And I gotta say, Black, yes, we talk about Nisha, but Eki himself is a very strong player.
Eki is strong. I mean, as I said, Exotic Deer is a fantastic player himself. He
Yeah.
has been in the scene probably almost for as long as I have. I know him from Dota 1.
Oh, wow. Really? So about what, 120 years or so? How old are you?
Yeah, roughly maybe 135 around there. Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Um, Yeah, I mean it's a best of one, of course. It's a best of one affair in this group stage.
Unfortunately, for this one, would have
Well,
loved to see 3 games.
unfortunately for now, right? But we assume both teams will get to qualify out of these groups, which I gotta say, Group D looks kind of like the most balanced one, with both Georgia, Poland, and Ukraine being able to potentially upset each other at any different moment.
That's actually a very scary group. Yeah, the three of
Yeah.
them, each and any of them could be first, second, third.
Like if
Yeah,
you
I
are
think.
one of the other teams that will go in the lower bracket, third, fourth from the other groups, and you will face either of these three squads, you will be in big danger.
Yeah, it's always a tragedy. Like imagine you do fairly well as like a dark horse in your group. Like yeah, lose a bracket, no problem. And then suddenly Poland with Nisha, and he goes like 50-0 on Storm, and you're like, all right, I guess our chances have just been demolished, and we're sad.
Yeah, and obviously, Black, now that we are in this qualifier, because I know we were covering Africa earlier in the summer, but right now we have started Europe, which is the one that we looked most forward to. I gotta ask you, looking at the lineups on paper up until this point, right? Who do you think would be five teams that can make it? Not can make it, that will make it to Riyadh.
Okay, so Greece is definitely one of them.
Yep.
Greece, Poland,
Sweden?
Ukraine, Sweden is strong. I just don't know how much they practice because it's basically like a streamer team, right? And they generally don't practice as much. Um, who was in the group with Poland and Ukraine again?
Georgia.
Or Georgia? Yeah. Well, obviously only two of those can make it, right?
So no, the way the groups work, two of the top teams qualify to the upper bracket. The
Oh, and
three
two
and
lower
four
to
make
lower
it to the
bracket.
lower bracket. So that's why I'm saying whoever gets third in this group will most likely annihilate all of the other teams in the lower bracket.
So they can all make it, basically.
I think the one team, well, Black. I'm a Romanian,
Yeah.
and on paper, I would love Romania to make it. And I think they have the
Yeah.
lineup for it, but they just lost to Kosovo. So you know what? I don't want to talk about it. You know what? Let's just get.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, I was gonna say, I think their lineup actually looks quite a bit weaker than last season. Did we have play? He's marked as substitute.
So what Romania did, I was talking to BCOP, of course, before the stream. Cancel and Bone 7 defeated Weeha's team in the grand final, but then they bundled up the team together, and Weeha has played in for them today. Yes.
And they still lost.
To Kosovo.
That is okay. Well, anyway, with Poland versus Georgia here, the Morphling first ban is.
Yeah, let's move on from this tragic conversation. Sadly, still no German team, Black. At least we're playing to represent our country. I'm waiting for the day when you're gonna make a squad and join up for
Dude,
at least the qualifiers.
I wish. I'm gonna say if we had a full-fledged German team, Kuroki, 9, me,
Koifa.
Koikwa, +1. I'm probably forgetting like some pretty obvious names, but we could field a pretty sick
Fata?
team.
Fata's
I don't know if
German.
he's plays still. Yeah, he is, but I haven't heard from him in forever.
I mean, that would be a hell of a line. I'm just saying. IESF, I reckon for next year you got to get these guys in the qualifier somehow. As we are moving on from discussion about a strong potential team to two teams that are actually here to prove a lot on the table, and it's going to be some very good instant bans from Poland, taking out the Morphling and Brewmaster, knowing that, of course, there's a Morphling player on Georgia's side, which is very good and able to carry his entire squad. But Georgia, the strange ban for me is the Batrider in the first phase.
Yeah, here we haven't really seen too much of at all. There must have some sort of like inside information. Maybe Nisha has been going on a Smurf spree, with that bad rider, demolishing everyone in his path. I feel like that hero is still very strong. It just hasn't really been figured out yet.
Not necessarily. Do you think it's still worthy of banning it in the first phase over something else?
No.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an odd one out there for sure. I mean, even Monkey King too. So, wow. Okay,
Whoa,
Enigma first pick. All right, but we're out there today, boys.
I was talking to BCOP and I was like, why don't the teams in tier 2, tier 3 play these team fight heroes like the Enigma, like the Darkseer? Also, the Darkseer and Beastmaster, two of the strongest S tier picks in tier 1 Dota right now, completely ignored up until this point because, well, the Weaver was somehow still let through, and so was this Enigma. So, very interesting start to this, sadly, best of 1 matchup.
Yeah, we'll see how the draft shapes out. Weaver, of course, the biggest glaring weakness is there's no stun, no disable, nothing. So you really have to make up for that later in the draft. I don't want to see another non-stun draft. I mean, these two teams are so experienced, I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, we could get the Weaver support going for the Agrim's build, right? Saving teammates from the black hole.
Yeah, that could work. We've also seen support viewers go for this Gleipnir so that your one weakness is actually not a weakness anymore.
True.
It's a very versatile. I mean, we have seen it way too many times. I don't even need to talk about it. It's much more fun to talk about Enigma, honestly.
I'm wondering if either of these two teams overlooked it or Poland counted on it because Poland had first pick, so they usually don't ban the Weaver because you want to take it first pick, but maybe they're baiting it with this Enigma. It's very curious to see an Enigma open up when you have first pick and both Weaver, Beast, and Darkseer are in the pool. I gotta reiterate that. Yes, Beastmaster's been banned now, but they could have went for it.
I mean, we spoke about this Beastmaster here in our last qualifier a lot. And it was being first phase towards the end of it.
Oh my god!
Wow, okay, dude.
We're in our pocket, Black.
Poland is... They're not playing around. They are about to mess you up real good.
I'm stunned. I mean, I like the Rubik as a response to the Enigma. But the Broodmother, man, I love it even more. And this Broodmother is not going to be like the one we saw earlier today. This Broodmother is going to farm. It's going to get fat. It's going to get the Orchid minute 9. It's going to get on top of the Weaver and kill it before using the Shikuchi.
A lot of potential pain with that hero here. We also don't know its lane. As I said before, it can lane literally anywhere. Mid, off, carry.
Nisha is a Broodmother player, isn't he?
I mean, Nisha is... What doesn't he play?
Tinker. I don't think I've seen a Nisha Tinker.
Well, hopefully not, because Tinker, this patch is so garbage.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you're saying, what doesn't he play? I don't think he plays.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know. Maybe his teams were just like, no, screw Tinker. And he was like, pick me Tinker. Like, no.
Now they're getting the Disruptor, which is a very nice pairing and also another great tool of bringing the Weaver back to you. Weaver is such an elusive target, sometimes wants to get in, do some damage, maybe get a kill and get out. With the Glimpse long range, you can pull him back into the hands and kill him. So a great choice to get the hero here. But Rubik has a lot of things to steal. He can steal the Enigma spells and obviously a lot of the utility from the Disruptor. Very good for the Rubik.
I mean, this is definitely an amazing Rubik game. Literally, well, I guess Brute Mother would be like the worst here to steal from, but
Yeah.
all of Enigma spells are amazing. All of the Disruptor spells are amazing. You're definitely not going to be left wanting here.
And very good, this Ember Spirit pick. Traditionally, if you run Broodmother mid, you go it to kill the Ember. The way I've seen a couple of matchups, Ember Brood mid in this patch, the Ember can come on top of it because he is so good. Because, has the Flame Guard as an innate ability, and it just makes him much stronger. Now the Mars, another great way of dealing with the Spiderlings, but
Oosh.
Poland is still
Now
pedal to the
that's
metal, Shadow Fiend.
yeah, that's a Nisha hero, and it's also a hero that completely destroys Ember Spirit. Now they're in trouble with the draft. I actually think if they do
So-
this carry Brute, the Mars won't be able to do much of anything. And then SF mid is pretty much you win by default. Like you have no chance as Ember Spirit there. And then of course you have the Enigma offlane, which is super annoying to lane against. I really like this Poland draft.
And they have so much team fight. Black Hole, Requiem of Soul, Static Storm, Kinetic Field. This is combo wombo territory.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe there's also some potential for a Wu Dota moment, a nice glimpse into a Requiem of Souls. Always looks epic. Have you ever seen that? I've pulled it off only twice in my entire life, and I've been playing a lot of Dota.
Wait,
throughout.
do what? Requiem of
Myself.
Soul into what?
A glimpse into Requiem of Soul.
Oh wow. No.
It looks so epic when it happens. But if you just mistime it by 0.1 seconds, you hit nothing and you look like an idiot.
Hey, there's an Ember Spirit there as well, right? So this Ember Spirit is kind of similarly functioning like the Weaver. Both teams have a set game plan, right? That combo, wombo, and domination run you line up for Poland. But Georgia is going for this elusive playstyle, getting in on top of you and then getting out. So Ember Weaver could actually kill the Disruptor. And I gotta say, Georgia has overall last pick. If they want to see what Poland has in store for their fifth, and then flex the Weaver to support and pick up a different carry, that's still a very high possibility, and that's why Poland's banning the Troll.
Yeah. I do have to say, though, that I think it's much easier to pull off Poland's lineup. Like, you know me.
Yeah.
Of course, Georgia can win. Their draft isn't bad, but it's just so much harder to pull off. So much more difficult. And scaling into the late game, of course, they still have good scaling into the late game, but how do you beat like an Enigma, with BKB Refresher? Yeah, Rubik is there, but he has to worry about a Disruptor, about SF. Like, it's not going to be easy for him to do much in this game, even though he has a very good Rubik game on paper.
CK banned out, Phantom Assassin bound out. A lot of the carries have been taken out as Poland will reveal the Doombringer final pick for themselves, which means it's going to most likely be a Shadow Fiend mid, Broodmother safe lane, and Doom 3 with an Enigma position for Disruptor 5. Georgia right now have about a minute and 20 seconds to decide what is their final pick going to be.
Right, so it's an important name, okay?
What
And
about
Doom-
Medusa here?
I mean, you know me, man. I love Medusa.
That's what I'm saying.
I love Medusa. It's honestly kind of a tough pick. Like, the Poland draft is really solid.
Sven's banned out.
Like, I'm actually looking, and I feel like if my pick is last as a carry here, I don't know what a great carry here would be. It's a tough pick. Maybe just put the Weaver carry, and you pick another support. But what would that be? Like something like a Spirit Breaker would be good, potentially.
Wow!
Oh.
We're going for the Nunday special. They bound out his Morphling. They left the Meepo through. Meepo from Nande versus Nisha on the Shadow Fiend Black. Puts you on the spot. Who are you taking in this game?
Poland.
Well,
I'm gonna
that's
be honest. So he can snowball the game for sure. It's so hard against Enigma, Static Storm, Brute Mother is super good against you. SF ult, like this meeple should have no impact.
yeah, but it's a support Enigma.
It is, but it's a niche asset.
And it's a Shadow Fiend versus an Ember Spirit mid. This Ember Spirit's gonna have a really tough time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go for Poland as well, but a lot of cheese coming out. The Enigma Broodmother opening, the Meepo coming out as well. Hey, Black, you know me. I've got my fair share of history versus a Meepo dominating me in European qualifiers, so I don't condone this.
Hey, you know, it's like Meepo pickers. They have a special place reserved to them. Hopefully one where I won't go.
Heaven?
Yeah, sure. That's right. What about Enigma pickers? I feel like they might be actually worse than Meeple pickers.
It's an argument to be made there. There is a tiny bit of an argument there. As we are now underway with this phenomenal matchup of Group B between Poland, Georgia, Nisha versus Nande, Shadowfiend versus Meepo. Let's go.
Big smoke out already. I really don't know why, but I get this really like scary feeling from Poland, you know? Like the draft and the way they move out and everything looks too practiced. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, like I always wonder in these kind of games, oh, exotic deer though. More like exotic feet, you're gone.
Nice first blood collected by Steamy on Georgian's side, but look at it, 4 players on the high ground, gonna get on top of Nande, and the damage is gonna come in droves as the Meepo will fall, collected by Nisha's Shadow Rays.
Nice 1-1 trade. I mean, first blood is of course good, but giving SF a kill is always good for him. Getting that additional max soul. Probably just a pretty even trade. Let's see who gets the bounty runes. Should be a 2-2 split as well.
I think Shadow Fiend having the extra gold versus Ember Spirit is going to be a disaster for Stormy. But
it was already going to be a disaster, unfortunately.
Yeah. They're still trying to contest here. They're still trying to contest here, I think. No, they will go separate ways, but there's 3 players in the jungle. Eki will steal that bounty rune. It's going to be, I believe, a 3-for-1 bounties in the favor of Poland. And they're still holding the high ground. Zupa and Eki continuing to put pressure on both the Weaver and the Meepo.
So 3 bounty runes go to them. Should still be a pretty balanced early game. However, this Doom Enigma lane, as it looks like at least. Huh. Can't say I've seen that in quite a while. It should just be a farm lane. You chill. Not doing too much.
He's the position 4, right? He's not the offlaner, is he? No, yeah, he's position 4. Zupa will be playing the offlane in Doom. I thought for a split second, I thought we might be looking at a Doom support, but thank God that's not the case.
Yeah, Doom support is pretty outdated. I'm sure it can still work, but why would you want to gimp yourself? Uh-oh. I think that's a goodbye.
Eki. Second kill collected by Nande. For the Georgian side. This is
he already had the first blood, so his gold intake is quite high.
I think he had the assist. I don't think he got the first blood there.
Oh, he didn't have it on.
No, I think the Weaver got it on the Steamy. Oh, Stormy. Shadow Rays will get the job done. Oh, nice Fairy Fire at the very last moment to keep himself safe.
Yeah, but you couldn't see the dominance. He's already dominating the CS, and now it's going to get even worse.
What's Nisha's MMR?
I don't know. I don't actually think he plays matchmaking that much. And his account is not public for sure.
Oh, nice sleight of fist. Oh, good attempt there, but Nisha, in the end, still strong enough to get that kill. Solo onto Stormy, and now he will be heading to get the water rune bottom. The bottle's flying to him. 14 last hits already. Minute 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's very scary to face a player like Nisha in a tournament like this too. You know, you're like, yeah, we're gonna have a decent show. Oh shit, Nisha.
Blood grenade top. Nande's in
Oh, this is a
trouble.
lot of damage, man.
I think he might just fall. No. Eki doesn't want to attack the creep wave for much longer. The fact that Nisha's still playing in, like, arguably the second largest tournament of the year right now, and he still makes time to represent his nation is such an admirable thing.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so do I.
Absolutely loved it. I wish more people would do that kind of thing.
Yeah, not to single out any of these players, as Nande is about to get another kill onto Eki. Nice. Control of the second Meepo. Ooh, Stormy. You're way too confident for that play, my friend. And there's an observer ward you're right under, and the second Shadow Raise will grant Nisha another solo kill in the mid lane.
Yeah, now we're at this point where your team is in trouble. Like, they need to help you, they know that, but they can't because the side lanes are also being pressured. So, what do you really do? Tough position to be in.
I wonder, like, there's not even that much rotation potential. You got a Rubik and Weaver, they're not the best mid-gangers, as we talked about the Rubik Muffin. Gets glimpsed back into the hands of Exotic Deer, but nice Spear of Mars to slow down the pursuit. Meanwhile, Nisha gets the third solo kill on mid. It actually wasn't soloed, it was a rotate coming in, I believe, from the Enigma. But down bottom, there's a lot of action happening. Sopa really wants to get the kill on Exotic Deer, but he can't get on top of him in time.
Oh, it's a disaster for Ember though. How is he gonna get back into this game actually? He just TP'd, and they knew he was gonna TP, so they set up for another kill. And he's probably gonna be 2 levels behind already at this point. And you can't really jungle as an Ember. Wonder what his play is. Wonder what his team's play is.
He's level 6, minute 4, by the way, as Exotic Deer managed to get the kill on Mars down bottom. Sopa falling. And so far, and the only kind of saving grace for them is this Meepo of Nande.
But we said it's not gonna be easy anyways, because he is playing into a couple of counters.
A lot of them, let's be honest. There's a lot of Meepo counters in this game.
Yeah, it's very brave Meepo last year, let's put it that way.
Well, they're going for Molex. Oh, Spear of Mars just misses by a little margin, but he will fall, sadly taking away his life. The neutral creeps were aggroed by the missed Spear of Mars, so they got the kill onto the Disruptor. At least you took him down, but you don't get any of the gold bonuses. Did Nisha just get the tower, and now he's last hitting under the tier 2? Oh, yes, he is. Stormy. One more Shadow Raise, and he would have been gone.
Dude, he's up so far in his face. He must be begging his team to help right now.
I mean,
They can't. You see, just the pressure, man. They can't help.
You've got a Weaver Rubik support duo. You can't have them rotate. The Rubik will be coming up top actually to assist with a kill onto Eki. The Enigma does fall, and now Zupa is next on the line, but the Disruptor and the Shadow Fiend have arrived. Nisha's level 7 at minute 5.5. A Shadow Raise right click, double kill on the front. Sorry, mega kill streak for Nisha. Has the full power treads, and they want to take the tier 1 top. Steamy is here. Spots Molex in the tree line. That observer Senshi were the were planted at the same time. Zupa just really trying to get on top of the Weaver.
Let's see the state of the game right now.
What's the build for this Shadow Fiend? Do you think he's gonna go for the Requiem of Souls build or right click?
I always hope for Magic, as it was just much more fun to see. So yeah, hoping that's gonna happen. And I also think that's the better build in this patch, at least. There's so many SF enabling items for that playstyle. And I know Nisha loves the spell casting. I think that's what he's gonna opt for, probably.
Stormy trying his best to get level 6. He's getting bullied even in his own jungle as Topa down bottom. 2 more right clicks will get the job done. 1 and 2. Exotic Deer claims the kill. He's now on a killing spree on this Broodmother. Nisha continues to play under the tier 2 tower. He doesn't care, as Eki is actually right there with him. They want to get on top of Stormy before he gets the Fire Remnant.
Huh. which is crazy. He's not level 60 yet. Oh, he must be feeling terrible, and there's nothing his team can do about it. But as we said, they're also being pressured massively everywhere. And that's the kind of pressure a mid like Misha can put on you, though.
Yeah. I do gotta say, I don't think Nisha will be able to play tomorrow, though.
Yeah, he has a match, right?
Yeah. So Poland should really take advantage of this, although, oh my god. Unstoppable, 6-0. And all of those kills have been basically solo, let's be real. It's not like Eki did that much to help him there. As now, okay, they will go on top of Topa. Another double kill for Nisha, and it's going to be most likely a triple kill. No, Eki claims it with the Eidolons. 12-4, 5k gold lead at minute 8. And Nisha's getting tipped. And I think this was a pretty good call from Nisha and the Poland Federation to have him play today when he has a free day. Because like we mentioned, they will have to play Ukraine, they'll have to play Georgia. There was a risk they could have been punished, right? Steamy gets caught, Stormy just looking at his teammate die. So yeah, assuring you win at least one of these high-stakes matches in the group stage should guarantee Poland a free slot in the upper bracket of the playoffs.
Yeah, today is a very important day, as you said. I mean, it's not open yet, but it's looking pretty rough, man.
Level 6, a bit harder to get on top of it, but we have Black Hole onto 3 heroes. It's actually just the 2 Meepo and the Rubik, and now TPs from the Weaver trying to turn around the Doom on one of the principal Nand Meepos, and it's 2 for 1 trade. But the Black Hole at least will be in cooldown for a little over 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, but I really like his willingness to just use it. Especially as a support Enigma. Use it whenever you can. Oh yeah, all over the place. Now that's a completely different sort of brute mother. That's like the really scary one. Pushing a tower, taking your ancient farm, really just taking over the side of your map.
I'm just checking. Please continue your analysis. No, please finish your analysis. I'll tell you what I'm checking afterwards.
Okay, yeah, I like this is just such a beautiful brute mother play because he's taken both the enemy ancients away, taken all their resources away, while getting richer himself. I mean, I know Exotic Deer loves to play his heroes. His lone druid is also insanely good. So it makes sense that he plays brute mother as well.
You mentioned this, is it safe to say that Nisha is the best player currently in the European qualifiers? Maybe up there with Mind Control, right? I mean, probably in a better form than Mind Control, I would say, right? Mind Control hasn't really had as much success as Nisha has in the recent couple of years, right?
Yeah, and they also play different lanes, right? So probably in their respective lanes, they're both the best.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say.
See, Black, there is a universe where Team Poland doesn't qualify.
It could happen, yeah.
There's a universe in which they make the upper bracket, and Nisha has to play a grand final 2 days from today. They lose their first upper bracket matchup, and they lose their first lower bracket matchup, which they're both played 2 days from today, when Nisha might be in a very high-stakes match for a grand final for Team Liquid.
Whoa. Well, I guess if you're a Poland fan, you hope for Liquid's demise in the tournament then.
Oh my goodness. 17-5, and we're sadly getting back-to-back dominations, at least. Again, Nande on the Meepo has the Dragonlance. He's going to try to make a play on Zupa. But the Doom literally came off cooldown as we speak. The net, Zupa, is he going to use the Doom? No, he's not. He's just going to fall here right now to this urn from the Weaver. Kill spree taken by him, and now Static Storm doesn't even need a kinetic field as Nisha gets a couple right clicks. No Requiem of Souls. Down bottom, Exotic Deer continues to put pressure on the Mars. So you might have gotten a kill on one of our cores, but then we killed 2 of yours, and now the drums are here. They're going for Muffin. Steals the Shadow Race, turns around. Nisha lower and lower, wants to pop the Requiem of Soul. Nice time-lapse attempt to dodge it, but Steamy gets out, gets glimpsed back, and Nisha gonna line up the Shadow Race perfectly for a triple kill.
Yeah, not as flashy as lining up the Requiem, of course, but still well played by them. Ooh, Brookman is actually in trouble.
Wait, is that a hex?
Nah,
No.
he has the pig pole thing.
Oh, okay, he turned himself into a pig. Okay, I was
Yeah, yeah.
like, that's not possible.
If they had a hex, it would be pretty epic, though.
Hmm. Oh, London
No.
Nande is keeping up in the net worth. He's third in the net worth, just behind Nisha and Exotic Deer. And if you manage to get a kill on this 11-0 Shadow Fiend, that would be a huge gold influx.
11-0, that's kind of ridiculous, but they're all here. Nisha has to be careful.
Eki, alone, will die. And now they're getting on top of the Shadow Fiend. Not enough mana. He's just right-clicking Steamy, but he has to get out there. Pops the Illusion Rune, and will start bottling up. 1-for-1 trade. Seeing the Disruptor, wants to glimpse back the Rubik, and he's going to allow Nisha get another easy kill, as Muffin has no way of escaping that. And that's what we talked about. The importance of having the Disruptor when you're playing versus elusive targets like Ember and Weaver is phenomenally good, especially when you're in the driving seat.
100%. I mean, we criticized a lot of teams that didn't have enough of these stun heroes. That's why I love Disruptor so much. Like, picking Disruptor literally is the easiest solution you have to having no stun, no catch lineups. The hero is so amazing at what he does.
They smoked up. They might trying to go for the final blow. I don't know if Georgia would give up, even if after they would get team wipe, but it's probably going to be another kill here. The Orchid comes in not in time, the Shikuchi gets out of there, but Eki spots him. Blink forward from Nisha, nice time lapse. Steamy tries to get out of there. They're pulling Nande back as well, but he will dig himself out of the black hole as Eki casted just a bit too late, and Muffin will get the Wisdom Rune. Oh, massive victory. No, nobody got the Wisdom Rune. What happened? The Eki still took it in the end, and they're getting on top of the Ember Spirit. Now Static Storm for the separation and team fight, and they managed to kill the support. Now Requiem of Soul forward in the middle of them all, getting Stormy on the Ember Spirit. But now Nande with the nets, trying to get on top of Nisha, who's still throwing Shadow Razes on the low ground, and the Meepo will fall. Mars with the arena to try and salvage some of these team fight by killing another support. 4-for-1. Look at Nisha diving the tier 3 tower, and we'll just walk out of there.
Yeah. Is it safe to call it the Nisha show yet?
Yeah, it's the Nisho. That was a stolen black hole I missed just on top of the Wisdom Rune. Pretty good from Muffin. In the end, there was no follow-up there at the right moment as Topa arrived just a little too late. And then Requiem of Soul doomed to kill one of the Meepo clones. They're not clones. What are they? Like Meepo units, I guess? One of the
they're
Meepos.
really clones. What are they?
Yeah, they're Meepos.
They are also Meepos. That's correct.
Meepow! Oh, spotting Eki. Almost an Aghanims, 600 gold away from Nande from having the Scepter, but oh, there's 4 players there. The Doom jumps in with the Hoofstorm, get on top of them. They're really trying to kill this Enigma. Nisha, very patient now, will wait, jumping forward, kills the Nande Meepo on the low ground, and now Fire Remnant in, Fire Remnant out. They do manage to get a trade kill onto the Enigma that they've been pursuing for about 20 seconds. Glimpse back onto the Weaver, really want to get on top of the Doom. The Spirit Vessel might just get the job done. Yes, it will. 2-for-1, it's a favorable trade for Georgia for now, but Nisha gets another kill for himself. He's now beyond godlike. And now Static Storm Kinetic Field connecting onto this Ember Spirit. The Orchid for Exotic Deer just for safety. And Poland comes out on top unscathed again. 15-0 and 7 assists for the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, absolutely insane scoreline already.
Oh, Steamy trying to get on top of Molex, and I think he might just get that kill. Needs one more tag of the Shikuchi, and Disruptor falls. That's the strength of the Weaver, but look at Nisha. Double Shadow Raise, almost annihilating this pesky support, but Steamy will get out of there.
They are just in time. 12k gold leader in 60 minutes. It's... If we're being honest, it probably can't really get too much worse than that. And...
What do you mean if you're being honest? We're always honest, Black.
Yeah, of course. But, you know, it's a bit tough for Georgia, who I actually really thought had like a chance in this game, but Poland came in and said, nah, you don't actually. You have no chance whatsoever.
Smoke
Oh,
up.
look at that net worth, man.
They've got the
Ember.
arena, man. They're trying now. They're trying. And they're heading towards Nisha. If they can lock him down, there might be a slight hope for them, but Nisha's already out. The Disruptor is pinging the area, and they're not going to find anything again. You see Exotic Deer, Black, Stormy, Searing Chains, Searing Chains, Searing Chains! Just a slight second too late. The Broadmother got out. That would have been a good kill. Would have opened up Roshan for them, but they're taking the Twin Gate. They might have vision of them in the triangle. And, no, they don't. What?
Yeah, kill said that would have been absolutely huge, but as I said, unfortunately, nothing really going their way. They read the map very well on the Poland side, as we expected to.
Oh, they got
What's
spot
the way back into the game here? Big black hole.
A stolen black hole, yeah. A stolen black hole. Yeah. That could work. Dust catches Steamy, and he wants to kill the creeps at least. We'll actually use the time lapse to get out there, but the Dust is still in range for the glimpse, pulling him back. Kinetic field, wow. Instant shadow raises, but the Mars coming in hot, and the Static Storm instant counter as we have the Requiem of Souls on top of him, but Nande has not committed to it just yet, and they're gonna get the kill onto the Disruptor. The Aghanim Scepter is here, but so is Fornisha, and the Black Hole turnaround coming in, but instantly cancelled. Stolen Black Hole, and now Muffin wants to go ahead, buyback from the Disruptor. Black Hole does not connect to anyone. Hello? And now Nisha just going forward. He doesn't care. Exotic Deer is here with the BKB on the Broodmother, just eating this meeple alive, whilst Nisha gets another triple kill.
Yeah, that was pretty much a big chance at a comeback. Like, if you hit the black hole there on the SF and get him.
I mean, even on the Doom, I think, like, it would have been good, right?
Yeah, it's a little tough to miss that one there. That was really the ticket into a potential comeback.
Yeah, break this down. What happened? Because I feel like this was, first of all, a great jump in from Georgia and a great counter initiation from Poland. But what happened? What stopped this black hole from being good?
I think he just got a little bit overzealous. Like, we'll see here when he actually starts using it. And it should be coming out. Well, actually, he already used it.
You know,
he instantly canceled himself.
I mean, maybe it was a bit of a lag or a misclick. It happens, right? Sometimes when you're playing from so far behind, and you know that basically the entire team is on your shoulders, the pressure can crumble you, especially if you don't have as much experience as some of the other players on the server.
Definitely. We always talk about pressure and what it does to rocks and diamonds.
Yeah. Misha's 18-0-8. Okay. Odds in the chat, and for Black, of course, is he gonna die this game?
Oh, man. As fragile as SF, I'm gonna say he's gonna die once.
Yeah, he doesn't have a BKB. I mean, he's building it now. So maybe in the next 2 minutes before he gets the BKB, there's a slight chance.
I think it also depends on how safe he wants to play. Whether he wants to be showman or a winner, you know?
I mean, if they get this Aegis here, I think he could lose the Aegis once, but I don't think he's dying twice.
Well, does the Aegis count as a death, or does it have to be a number there?
I think number.
Okay.
If he has over 30 kills and 0 deaths, then I count Aegis deaths as deaths. Under 30, I'm like, nah, he needs a number there.
Fair enough. I can get behind that.
Is this Rubik, like, close, at least to a blink, or... Yeah, he has it, okay. So, Eki doesn't have that. He doesn't have a Lincoln, doesn't have a BKB. He went for the Aura building side for his squad, which I believe is the correct choice to do on the Enigma. But this means the Rubik could actually go for these funky plays now. That he has a blink, and there's no... no escape, no protection there. Oh, where did this happen? Nisha just killed Nande. Hello?
Probably with SF ult. Like, SF Axe ult is pretty damn insane. The damage it does.
Out. Do you remember the days when Meepo used to spawn faster just because he was a Meepo?
Yeah, 30% was great. Yeah. I don't know why the number was so high as well. Literally, 30% is 30%.
Yeah, now Nande is still like fourth in net worth, but this Enigma is not that far behind, just a couple of thousand from catching up there, and I think they might be going for high ground. And Nisha said, I don't want the BKB, let me get my Octarine. That's what he's building now.
Understandable.
Glimpse on the Rubik. No, that is painful. Blink forward. Oh, another rare miss from Misha, but the right clicks won't miss as he does connect with those. 19th kills on the board, about to break 20. He needs just one more before the end of the game. Buyback from the Rubik. They want to fight. Arena onto 4, connecting Static Storm to turn around instantly, and now the Doom's coming in. The Mars is melted, and so has the Weaver. They need to get a target prioritization, but they can't do it at all. Doom gets stolen, but the GG gets called, and Georgia crumbles at the feet of Poland. And I don't think he got 20. Okay, he just got 20 now. He was about to finish with 19 kills, but a final Requiem of Souls allows him to get 20 kills for none other than the Polish star player of Nisha.
Yeah, like the effect he had in this game, like, what can you say? He just absolutely broke open the map by winning middle so hard. Like, Ember could never do anything. The Siders are really reliant on Ember actually getting up to a decent start and then helping them with some rotations, but how do you rotate if you're level 5 at minute 7? He was sitting behind the T1 tower for so long, and the team just couldn't do anything. Like, that must be so frustrating.
Is he the best mid laner in the world? He's definitely like top 5, if arguably not top 3. Is he the best though?
It's always tough to say, like, are you the best, you know? Like, there's so many players out there, so many different factors. He's definitely the best at something. Otherwise, he wouldn't be, doing so well all the time.
Well, okay, I got a different one.
Okay.
If you would need a player to win you a mid lane for your life, would you choose Nisha, Maureen, or Quinn?
Or Prime Sumail.
Well, okay, we're talking about now, right? We're not going. You can't say 2009 Dendi. That's not how it works.
Okay. I think just purely in terms of what a player brings to the table, I'd probably take Nisha.
Yeah, I think so would I.
He's just so all-rounded. Like, it's kind of scary how good he is, to be honest.
Yeah, so rounded. He's so versatile. Like, Malrine has like a slightly smaller sample pool of heroes, and Quinn has like a few heroes he's really good at and a few he's all right at. Whereas I feel like Nisha can just play anything.
Yeah, he's pretty insane when it comes to versatility, for sure. It's also because he played carry, he played mid, both to a super, super high standard. And that alone, like, if you can play multiple roles to a high standard, that already speaks volumes about your ability as a player. Because most people would never be able to pull it off.
Well, we're taking a quick look at the highlights that seem to have just been an absolute one-player show, of course, from the Shadow Fiend. Actually, he ended up with 21 and 10 assists. No deaths, of course, for Nisha. So involved in 31 out of the 42 kills of Team Liquid. Beautiful Requiem of Soul, even right here on our screens right now. Yeah, but I would definitely say MVP of the series, Exotic Deer.
Yeah, why not? Sure. I mean, he did Brute things. I think he played Brute Mother insanely well, as I already said in the game.
Yeah.
Like, the way he took over the enemy Ancients, always made them feel uncomfortable there. Did he actually die on a Brute?
Let me look. Twice.
Oh, he actually died twice, wow.
Twice, yeah.
I completely missed that.
I think, well, jokes aside, obviously, Nisha was by far the star player, but I gotta give a huge shout out to Steamy on the Weaver, the support of Team Georgia. I believe he did as much as he could have in that entire scenario. And obviously, if you're a Georgia fan, I wouldn't despair, right? This was one-sided affair, but Georgia has still plenty of chances to make it to the upper bracket in second place if they can defeat Ukraine later on today or tomorrow. So Georgia still with a chance, of course, as Poland is right now topping this group. But for us, Black, we will send it to a break and we will return a bit later with another Dota 2 Best of 1. See you in a bit.